Mine's just spinning.
According to this, we're supposed to be
We're
live.
live. So once again, we could be anywhere, do anything.
We could be, yeah, because this could be on. It might not be. I don't know. We'll find out.
We're waiting
The
for
good
seven.
news is there are 9 people waiting for us, so that's super exciting.
That is very exciting. Hopefully, we are actually live and entertaining people right now.
We're on the internet.
Oh,
We are.
Yay! Yeah, plausible deniability. All right, welcome everybody. Plausible deniability. It's Thursday. It's Thursday night. Yeah.
Thursday night.
All you want to do is listen to this. I know.
We could
Because-
be
That's- yeah,
anywhere,
here.
do
We
anything.
could be. Yeah, because this could be on.
What's happening?
You know, so I got a little bit of a chest congestion, or chest like bacterial infection, sinuses type stuff. So yeah, so they gave me some cough medicine that's like you can't operate machinery. So I'm on YouTube.
So you're high.
So
fine.
I'm
It's
operating
just the
Streamlabs. Thank you,
That's
Streamlabs,
not
for
heavy
letting me be a little bit
That's not heavy
high.
machinery. Yeah.
So if I get a little
sure.
bit loopy,
820 doesn't pass, and Michael Cross is like, I have a chest cold.
That's right.
I need something.
But no, I did. Oh, it was really awful. And so I went to the doctor. They gave me some stuff and some antibiotics and stuff like that. But it was really bad yesterday. I thought I had COVID, which I was really glad. You know, they do the swab thing, and no strep, no COVID, no flu. I'm like, good. I got a little bit of chest bacteria. That's cool. We can take care of that. I couldn't deal with COVID. COVID would ruin my life right now. I've got way too many things to do. We got Red Dirt recording on Sunday. We've got
this tonight.
Well, this wouldn't affect anything, but we got Red Dirt on Sunday. We got Token Con next weekend. I
know.
Way too much. Just way too much. So, thank you all for joining us. I'm Michael Cross.
Brook Bullock.
Johnny Payne.
And joining us is the awesome, the amazing DM, Andrew Sheffy. Andrew, say hello to the folks.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Woo! Dang, he sounds good.
Hey, Dad, I think he's got that great microphone. He's awesome. So
We're going to be out of a job.
If you're watching this and you're going, hey, why they got this fourth guy on? Well, this fourth guy is really cool. First off, if you've seen him on Secrets of Monster Island, which is right here on this channel every Monday, you should check it out if you haven't yet. Had a whole bunch of viewers this week on this newest one. It's really good.
Amazing.
Also, Andrew,
I actually got my title chosen for like the first time since like episode 10.
Yes. It's okay. What happened to you, Johnny? El Gato.
You are now El Gato.
El Gato. He's now the cat.
Please run your camera. I do not know.
It's fine. Everything's
fine. We should put up that meme.
To the man behind the curtain.
Yes.
Hey, it's not a stream without technical difficulties at some point in the stream, okay?
Yeah.
You know, that's never happens to us, Andrew, but I noticed that when you're around, there are these things.
It is right.
Are you saying there's a commonality here, Brooke?
Chat, be quiet. Chat, don't tell him. He doesn't need to know.
So everyone's wondering. Yeah, goodbye, Johnny. Thanks, Connor. There he is. He's back. Yay! Oh, and he's frozen. Oh, and wait. Oh, there he is. No. Yes.
Yay! Woo! Man,
I
was really thrown for a moment because I'd never seen Johnny in a white room before. I was like, "What is?" Well, other than a few episodes on Red Dirt D&D back.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. So anyway, Andrew is here because he's got a show, his own show that's coming on to the Red Dirt D&D YouTube channel on April 5th, Mysteries of Beatrix. And Andrew, tell us, no, we're going to get to it. You guys got to wait. Because you know what? We got to do trivia.
Trivia!
Yeah, I told you. Whoa, that was. I told Johnny, I'm high on cough syrup, man. Don't do that to me. Freaking me out over here. Like I'm going back to the early 90s. Whoa.
Fantastic. I love
Michael,
Now, I haven't.
he is coming through your screen. Get ready.
Yes, I know. You're running through the woods. You're running through the woods.
I promise I will stop playing with the effects. I won't do it again.
There is nothing wrong with your TV set. Do not
It's
adjust.
Johnny Headroom instead of Max Headroom. So
Trivia. Aiden wants trivia.
Trivia. Okay.
Trivia.
Now, Andrew,
Trivia.
you do very well on our trivia. In fact, so well that you did answer one question. Something might be coming up with that. But
Oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
I can't wait. I've been waiting for it.
but for right now, you're on the
Oh,
show.
that's right. That's not public yet. Yeah.
You're on the show right now, so you cannot guess. You got to wait for everyone else to guess. So just be aware.
It's like the fine print, with employees and members of the show can't blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I will say this: just make it all about not the Forgotten Realms, and I'll be okay.
Oh no. Well, so we've been doing this for a while, and I've been asking questions, and every time I ask a question to myself, it's like, or to you guys, I know the answer. It's really easy. But then I played this Saturday night with my wife, my son, and his girlfriend. We all played, and I couldn't get a freaking one.
What?
It was awful.
There's not a buzzer system. They weren't like buzzing in.
I
Was
know.
it the pressure?
I think it was. I wanted to phone a friend. I couldn't. That was it. I think 'cause that's what happens when everyone says, you study and you get on those game shows, and people say you just freeze. The simplest questions, that's what happened to me. It was horrible. So hopefully when we play this on Friday night of TokenCon, by the way, we do have a time for that. And I want to say 4?
Yes.
4 o'clock? I think it's 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock Friday night, come and join us for trivia. We're going to have prizes and everything. It's going to be fabulous. So anyway, so we'll go on to this. Our first category is magic and miscellany.
Well, let's go real fast. Andrew was like, as long as it's not Forgotten Realms. But on the flip side of that, the Forgotten Realms questions are all Sword Coast questions. So
yes, I know.
That's what I know. That's the Forgotten Realms is my jam. That's where I came in. So if you go back to using 3.5 or earlier, or Dragonlance, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah,
I'll set this one out.
Sword Coast is your specialty then. Okay.
we do. There are a lot of Dragonlance and Greyhawk questions in here as well. So, but
It's what keeps me alive as a grognard.
That's
I
right.
don't know any of the other things, but by God, I know how many experience points for a first level fighter. So
yeah, we're gonna get into first. Really. We're gonna talk about hit points in just a moment. Anyway, I'll talk about that in a minute. Okay. So, what divination cantrip allows a willing creature to add the result of a D4 die roll to ability check? It's one of our favorites, and my son Aiden hates it. It is
really
well, as a DM, it is the worst because it's being cast. If anyone's got it, and I think on our Saturday night group, 3 of us have this cantrip, and we're just like boom, 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 boom. We call it booping. Aiden got it.
Yep.
Right off the bat.
I was gonna say that's not the one he hates the most, though.
No, well, that's the worst. The cantrip. The cantrip he hates.
Oh
the
yeah,
most.
no. Yeah, that's true.
The first level spell.
Yeah.
Which Andrew has totally spoiled for him. And look at Ruffles and Falcor got it. Connor Chenault got it. Jessica got it.
Yep.
What is that called? The UQ casting, the first level spell, the UQ casting, silvery barbs. Oh my gosh! Which has got its own sound effect. That's how often you cast it. I've actually got its own sound effect when you cast it.
Mm-hmm. Well,
that basically comes down to who can type guidance the fastest.
Yes.
Yep.
Definitely. Aiden was. Oh, what happened? Oh no, El Gato is back. Meow.
Mr. Roboto.
All right, we're gonna go answer the question before it was even finished. Yes, exactly. And Aiden hates silvery barbs.
What's happening?
It's so bad that Strixhaven has just been banned from our tables.
Mm-hmm.
Anything Aiden runs, Strixhaven, you are not allowed to pull a spell from Strixhaven.
And here's the thing: I asked before I brought it in.
I know he had no idea.
I reached out to him and I said, "Hey, just double checking that this is okay, that you're allowing this." He said, "Yeah, sure, it looks great, cool." I told him afterwards, I said, if an experienced player in DM comes to you and says, "Hey, is this okay at your table?" you might want to second guess whether or not you're going to say okay.
But it was published material, and usually I'm the same way as a DM. If it's published material, I'm like it's been through play testing. It's been somebody is.
Yep.
But apparently no one play tested it like Andrew Sheffy. That's the problem.
Well, here's the thing. I'm playing a cleric. My job is to keep the party healthy.
Yeah.
Well, if they don't get hit, I don't have to use a healing spell.
Yeah.
See, that's an MMO attitude. We don't need a healer if we just do more DPS.
That's right.
I do a little bit of that, but at the same point, if they don't get hit, then they don't have to be healed.
Although with Andrew,
Aiden's found a way to hit us.
Yeah, with
Andrew, plus 20 monsters.
If at some point you get to the point where they're doing plus 12, plus 13 anyway,
there's nothing you can do.
You're gonna get hit.
Okay. Well, you just at that point you save it for critical hits.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a vibe in the chat that Andrew is the reason why Secrets of Monster Island can't have nice things.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Andrew's ruined it for the rest of us. I will never be able to have silvery barbs at any of Aiden's tables ever. Of course, I learned how to play it through Andrew too. It's like I did actually. I think I had it for one character in the Wings one we did with Mark Coffrin, and that came in very handy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So Andrew taught me how to use that spell. So yeah,
I love that spell, but I abused it in Secrets of Monster Island. I'm sorry, Aiden, that I have ruined it for you.
Okay, next question. History. Here's the one where this is so hard because it goes back all the way. This goes back all the way to 1976. All you grognards out there, get ready.
I think a few of us go all the way back to 1976.
Yeah. One of you goes back to I go back past 1976.
I go past.
So Brook and I go past 1976.
There you go.
I don't remember anything then.
I thought you were 76, Johnny.
75.
Okay, I thought you were 76.
Oh,
so you were 2 years old when Star Wars came out.
Yeah. I was born just for Star Wars.
Just for Star Wars, yeah. Okay, history. What did TSR call its Lake Geneva retail and mail order hobby store, which first opened in 1976? See if anyone out there knows this. 1976.
General.
And of course, actually, that's just when it opened.
Had questions like this one that were referring to this earlier.
Yeah. This is it's actually it came out in 1976, but actually, if you were following the Dragon magazine at all, you would know what this was called.
My brain can see the fuzzy ad in the corner.
Yes.
And I can't pull it out of my head, but I know I can see it in the layout.
I feel like the word shoppy was in it.
The shoppy.
I like Aiden's answer.
Yeah, the Gygax Superstore.
Superstore. You had to have a membership card.
Gygax Smart.
Close Hal. It was Dragons R Us.
Yep.
Dragons R Us. I need that store.
So while we're on the topic of being born in the 70s, I'd forgotten I'd done this. The name of the Plausible Deniability Discord channel, the theme of the channel that you can type in, I forgot I changed it, and I can see at the top of my screen. It freaked me out. I changed it like a month ago to back in my day we didn't have grognards. Just a second ago and saw back in my day we didn't have grognards ! And I was like, oh, it's a catchy slogan. Oh wait, that's
mine. Gosh, that guy was clever. Whoever came up with that. Okay, I don't. Hal gets the closest. Hal, really? You are the closest. Yes.
Oh.
KB Toys Dungeons.
It's real simple. It has dungeons in it.
Dungeon store.
It is, or dungeon. It is called. So now I don't think anyone's gonna get this. The Dungeon Hobby Shop. The Dungeon Hobby Shop. So there we go. I told you that's every now and then you get these questions. They're like, I have no idea. So we're monsters. Oh, you guys will all get this one. Ready? Yeah. What kind of breath weapon does a Behir have?
Ooh.
Behir. B-E-H-I-R. Behir.
6 legs?
Yes.
Yep, 6 legs.
Likes to tunnel underground.
Yep.
Coffee.
Coffee. Ooh, wouldn't that be a great one? I'd be like right in front of him every morning. Hey, Ruffles and Falcor got it.
But
Oh, Aiden. Look at this.
Coming out of he's got the fast internet at work again.
Ruffles and Falcor.
Wow.
yeah, we need to go and slow down their connection speed at his work. He has way too fast of a connection.
The rest of us are all working at home. He's got corporate. Bam.
Okay, yes. Lightning, Aiden, and Ruffles and Falcor. And I'm sure there's going to be a few more Connor's bad breath. Yes. What kind of do you have? He has halitosis. Yes.
It makes all my hair stand on end.
That's the green dragon with poison. So.
Yeah. So here we go. So pink is Dungeons and Adventures.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't spell it right. He just said lighting. Oh no. It's a light. So Ruffles and Falcor, you get this one. Lightning.
Falcor technicality. Woo!
Ew.
It's 1-1 on the
go.
leaderboard.
Okay, so Dungeons and Adventures. Which third-party module was the first pre-packaged adventure to be resold by TSR?
Oh.
That's a good one. Which third-party module was the first pre-packaged adventure to be resold by TSR? So pre-1990. Excuse me.
Yep.
Pre 2000, pre 1999 when Wizards bought. So it would have had to been in 80, sometime in the 80s probably, because it'd be the first one.
Does the answer tell you who the company was? No.
Yes, it does. Oh, it doesn't tell you the company; it tells you the authors.
Okay.
I think I know this one, but it is a guess. But I think I know. I think I have a good guess at this.
Yeah,
I have a guess too, but that's before I was even thinking D&D.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, yeah. This because I don't even. Yeah, this will be interesting.
There were a couple of design modules that got bundled into it, but the names of them I'm thinking of are definitely TSR names.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think when they probably resold this, I think they resold this as a TSR product. So they bought it from them and sold it as a TSR product. The Adventures of Awesomeness, Red Hand of Doom. That's a good guess.
That's a good guess.
Yeah, but that's not right. Acquisitions Incorporated. That's a good book. that's got some good spells in it too.
If I'm right, then the authors are fairly well known.
I don't think so. I don't think you know.
Okay, then I'm not right.
I'm thinking it was one of the old video games that got turned into a tabletop supplement. And Michael's not saying a word.
I'm not saying a word. Not saying anything.
Just go Alex Trebek behind the
I
podium.
think this has been out there long enough. I don't think anyone's going to get this. So, any of you guys, what do you guess? What do you guess?
So I was proven wrong, but my first guess to come in was like the first Dragonlance module, which would have been either Despair or Deceit, Dragons of Despair.
Yeah, no, that's not it.
No, I was thinking.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Andrew.
I was thinking Undermountain.
Undermountain. Nope.
Yeah.
I think like Azure Fawns or Myth Draenor or Pools of Radiance. I feel like one of those three was the video
Pools
game
of
first.
Radiance is a good guess.
Yeah.
And it got turned into Go ahead.
No one's going to get this. It's Palace of the Vampire Queen by Pete and Judy Karastan.
Oh, Pete.
Right.
I don't that you would just have to know that one. There's no way you're gonna. There's just.
I should have been in history.
Yeah,
that's a history
like
question.
I said, these are the kind of questions I was getting Saturday night. I'm like, what? How would I know that? That's ridiculous. Okay, Blue.
They rigged the deck against you.
I was
beforehand.
just thinking that, Andrew. I was just thinking they shuffled 1, 2, 3, really hard one. 1, 2, 3, really.
Everyone,
hard.
get ready. Y'all gonna know this one. This one's gonna. I'm gonna watch it. Just go. The chat is just gonna go crazy because here we go. Ready? Aiden, you know what? I'm going to ban you for answering this question. Aiden, you can't answer this question.
Aiden is in timeout.
because I think he got this on Saturday night.
Oh.
I think he won the game with this question.
Oh.
So, Aiden, you can't answer this question. Sorry. Yeah, it's truly. Yeah, he rigged it. Yeah, here we go. So, the Hexblade, the Fathomless, and the Celestial are subclass options for which character class? No, you can't stop me. Uh-oh. We can't stop you, but apparently we can't stop Johnny's camera from going off.
My USB port.
Please run Camera Hub to use Elgato Virtual Camera. Oh, poop. Aiden, I told you couldn't answer it. I'm giving it to Jessica. I'm giving it to Jessica. There we go. Ruffles and Falcor. Connor.
Second place.
Yeah, yeah. So yes, Aiden won the game with that one. And as my wife was reading it to him, I was like, oh, here, just answer the question. Just win the game.
Yeah, that's a layup. That's a layup.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. And all good. Of course, I'm kind of the Fae, the Archfey. I'm kind of fond of that one. I like the Archfey.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites. Okay. Finally, we have
a three-way tie right now with Jessica, Aiden, and Ruffles all having one.
So this one's gonna break it. So
for all the marbles.
Cosmology. Oh, and it is it is a Sword Coast one.
Yes.
Beholders.
Which you've got to be kidding me. There's another one. You guys are gonna light it up. Here we go. Which coastal city in Faerun is occupied by gigantic stone constructs called walking statues? Just for an extra hint, it's also known as the City of Splendors. Sometimes does not live up to its name.
It never lives up to its name. Don't even.
Sometimes that adventure doesn't live up to its name. I mean,
woo! Oh my gosh!
There we go. We got Jessica.
Oh, Jessica! Look at that, Jessica! Yeah!
Aiden even misspelled it. Waterfeep.
Waterfeep. Way to go, Jessica! Woo!
Another little tidbit about those statues. They are controlled by the Black Staff.
Yes.
Which used to be Elminster.
Yes, it did.
Elminster is the founder of Waterdeep.
Speaking of Elminster, did anyone else know that what's his name? Smith in the D&D movie is Elminster's offspring, descendant?
Where did you find
Simon the Sorcerer is
what's Elminster's last name? Or Orphan or something?
Didn't know Elminster had a last name.
Yeah.
Elminster is like thousands of years old.
Yeah. He's a chosen of Mystra. He is old beyond belief.
Yeah, he has
Aumar.
What?
Aumar. That's Elminster's last name.
Okay.
So the cast here, we've got Justice Smith is playing Simon Lesueur. I don't know. I was listening to a podcast the other day. It was talking about how they like that they connected his character to Elminster, like he's his great grandson or something. But they like that they also made him kind of like wild magic, so he can't be overpowered like Elminster. But it's there somehow. He's like related. Yeah. I don't know where they got that info from.
Speaking of the movies, they've actually put out the stats for these characters on D&D Beyond. If you haven't had a chance to check them out, they're kind of cool. But let me tell you something. Their hit points, that's the first thing that got me. Every one of these characters' hit points is over 100. And their hit dice, it's like 16d8, 18d10. They're 16th, 18th level characters. That's why action adventure heroes don't ever die.
No, come on. Come on.
So
I know a paladin had 200 hit points and died instantly.
Yeah.
He failed a fortitude save on the one of two traps in a level 120 campaign.
Well, yes, that can happen, but
I mean, I think it's a weird perspective. The game, it's really unique.
Yeah.
It's in other game systems. Yeah, you're a character with 200 hit points, but you're getting hit by things that can do 68 points of damage on a hit.
Yeah.
So that's like 4 hits and you're down.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, exactly. But I am
Yeah.
reading the prequel, one of the prequel novels right now, The Druid's Call, which is all about Doric the Druid and how she became a druid, and her tiefling. It's a really great book, and it deals with how she, as a tiefling, kind of deals with the world around her, because she is seen as a demon by just your normal everyday farmers, and until she finally gets to more civilized places, she's an outcast. And it'd be an interesting way to play that as a DM for somebody who's like, if they decide, oh, I'm going to be a tiefling or a dragonborn or a minotaur or a Leonin. It's like, well, then you're not going to fit in. You're going to scare half the people in that little tiny rural podunk village that has never seen anything but a human.
So apparently it was a giant spoiler that he's related to Elminster, because the back of the box of one of the toys gives a character bio.
Oh,
that's the downfall of toys before release. Like, it's, I can't remember what the movie was. Oh, it was episode 1 of Star Wars. I found out Qui-Gon died because I bought the soundtrack 2 weeks before the movie came out.
Yes.
And one of the songs was called Qui-Gon's Funeral Pyre.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
Qui-Gon dies.
Yeah.
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 Spoiler alert, Qui-Gon dies.
Yeah. Qui-Gon dies, yes. And Darth Vader is Luke's dad. I know. Spoiler alert. Okay. So, but what we're really here to talk about, what you guys are all here to hear, is Andrew Sheffy is going to talk to us about Mysteries of Beatrix, a new show going to be coming here on this YouTube channel live. It's our first YouTube actual play live right here. Mysteries of Beatrix, April 5th at 7 o'clock. So, Andrew, what is Mysteries of Beatrix?
The new campaign.
Fabulous.
Spoiler.
Thank you very much. Good night, everybody.
Roll credits.
Yep, roll credits. We're done.
And
That's what you're here for.
It's a new campaign. How many players have we got in the show?
So in the show, we are going to have 6 players. So
cool.
The cast is my group that I've been playing with for a while. So met up with a lot of the players at Edmund Unplugged back before COVID, and so one of the players, Tim, also in the chat is the Patreon chat is Carde, one of the guys that draws the artwork of the Red Dirt characters. Absolute amazing guy. He sat at my table and we played Waterdeep, and I was his dungeon master, and I killed him with a scarecrow. Yep, it was a lot of fun. First time he'd ever died. It was great. Yeah. But anyway, so he actually hung around, and so he's been playing with me since Waterdeep. And then another one is Jessica, actually my fiance, and lovely lady, and just amazing. Met her up at Unplugged as Tim says, he hates scarecrows. He still hates scarecrows. If I pull a scarecrow, he runs the other way in any encounter. It's very great. And she's been playing a long time. Actually, first time she sat at my table was in Tomb of Annihilation.
Oh,
At Edmund Unplugged.
You still around?
And I'm starting to understand something. I killed her with a raptor. Uh-oh.
I've been killed by a raptor in Tomb of Annihilation too. It's not fun. It's very embarrassing.
Well, I don't blame her. Okay. So Tomb of Annihilation, one of the things that's really cool about it is you can have mixed tier parties. It was one of the first books because you're out exploring, and it was an AL adventure. So we had people coming in and leaving based on, just who was there to play. And I had 2 adventurers sit at my table that were tier 2 when we first started. Everybody else in my party was level 3, level 4, and they were level 8s.
Oh gosh.
And they took a rest in the forest, and I rolled for a random encounter, like you're supposed to do in that module as you're going through, and
Yeah.
rolled a pack of raptors. And it was a tier 2 encounter because the
no.
party composition with those
Yes.
2 added to it was level 6.
Oh,
And the person that was on watch failed his perception check to discover the raptors.
Oh no.
So Jessica's character never even got to wake up.
oh my
Oh.
gosh.
Oh,
Just took her down right there. And then as I was thinking through it, everybody else ran away. Nobody stayed to fight the raptors. And so raptors hungry, dead body right there.
Oh no.
Yeah. They just
Oh.
took care of her. Yeah.
And she came back?
Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm glad.
You know, my first experience with Jessica was very interesting because my first experience with Jessica was at PB&J, and there was a homebrew game, and my wife had never played in a homebrew game, so she was very interested in this. It was not good. Jessica was fabulous. Obviously, she was just another player, but the DM had his girlfriend there, and she was like this OP pixie. He'd given her everything. And she was just like blowing things out of the water and doing all this kind of, oh, I can do this and I can do that. And I'm like, oh, sure, honey, you can do it. And I'm like, dude, DM, don't. You just don't do that with your girlfriend. You just, and the storyline was just kind of, and we spent half of it shopping and the other half of it crafting. I'm like, when do we get to fight something? Like, oh, well, you know, it was not a fun. Anyway, ask Jessica about it sometime. It was horrible. It was not good. Yeah. But then the next time was with AL at Edmund Unplugged, and that was a much better experience. And then I played with you and Drayton, and I mean it's been a lot of fun with playing you guys.
Yep.
Jessica still has my favorite druid character, which is just every time she does a druid, she does druid craft and goes flowers, flowers.
Well, that actually leads to the blue kobold that is inside for Mysteries of Beatrix. That is actually a character I created to play with that druid, and it is her younger brother, and it's a red kobold who thinks he's a blue dragonborn, and he carries around a bucket of paint because he has a skin condition, and the bucket of paint is his medicine, and he slathers himself in blue paint. And that's how he gets around. So yeah, lots of
nice.
Yeah, it definitely leads to lots of shenanigans.
Oh yes.
Anyways, and so that's 2 of the players. Then of course, Aiden is also going to play. I reached out to him to have him join because, especially DMs always get stuck DMing.
Yeah,
that is always what I feel happens, and so I wanted him to have a chance to get to play and enjoy as well with everybody after inviting me on to Secrets of Monster Island and ruining Strixhaven for him. And then so that's the 2 that have been with me the longest is Tim and Jessica, and then 2 of the others are actually from my original gaming group. One of them is actually the one who taught me how to play Dungeons and Dragons and was my first dungeon master. That's Colin, and he's going to play, and he's playing the character named Buster, which is just absolutely amazing. The artwork's great. I can't wait for you guys to see all of these individuals. They have really worked on it. So getting to have him in the game, and he joined us in when COVID happened, and we went online because everything shut down. And so we went online, and the group that we were playing with, we were playing through. At that point, we were getting ready to start Avernus. Because that's the book that had come out. We started playing in store, and then we moved online when everything shut down. And so he joined us midway through that campaign, and it's just been great to have him. And then another one, Corey. Aiden says good news. He hasn't died to me yet.
That's right.
But Corey, another player.
Silvery Barbs, one more time.
You will die.
No, see, you just silvery barbs the silvery barbs, or you counterspell it, or you do other things.
That's right.
There are lots of workarounds for silvery barbs. You just have to know how to do them. The first one is you knock them out before they can do it.
Yes. Or just throw creatures that hit it with a +12, +13. So even if they're re-rolling, they're still hitting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But anyways, and so Corey was also one of the players in that first DM game by Colin. Colin actually taught both of us how to play. So it's really fun just to have, some friends that have been part of another gaming group that I had get to play as well. And all of the characters there are currently playing. We're playing, trying to finish up a campaign, going through Curse of Strahd.
Yeah.
And they actually just hit Strahd in the final castle with all the items last night. So we are in for the final showdown. So they're looking forward to it. And then our last one is actually someone from not here local. His name is Michael. And actually met him through Jess and Drayton, who were at Edmund Unplugged, and he was part of a homebrew that Drayton was running that they were playing online, because Drayton used to live in Tulsa, and so that was another gaming group that he was a part of. And when COVID happened, invited Michael to join us, and he stuck around, and so getting to play with this, and so it's a interesting group of people and individuals that are going to be taking place in this campaign, and we're excited and looking forward to it.
Just real quickly, what are going to be the classes and levels of these characters?
So we're going to start at level 2.
Okay.
And I know we talked 2 weeks ago. You guys kind of hinted. So the story is interesting. So I've got a story I'm going to tell with the help of the characters, but the initial part of the story is broken into 6 parts. And so we're going to play through the first part. And then when we finish up part 1, we're going to rewind time and go to a different spot in Beatrix with 6 other characters at the exact same time when the first campaign kicks off.
Yeah, that's cool.
And because there are things happening all over the world, all at this right time, that we're going to take all those pieces and bring it together.
That's cool.
And then the plan is, from this 6 that we go, they're going to choose one character, and we're going to go play tier 3 and tier 4 with that character. They're not going to tell. Yeah. They're not going to tell anybody what character they've chosen when we move on. And it's just going to be interesting to see as we go through. So it'll be kind of cool, because you could have people from part 1 or part 3. You could have them all pick part 6. Mm-hmm. I don't really know what they're going to do, but it just kind of gives an interesting take as you're going through this story that I'm really looking forward to tell that way.
That's going to be fantastic. That's going to be so much fun. You've got the characters you're going to be going on Wednesday nights. It's going to be live. Are you a little bit concerned about going live?
A little, as I said and joked, live streams always have some technical difficulties. Yeah. But we've had some practice. So we've been streaming our game that we've been running, Curse of Strahd, on Twitch. So we've had some practice with it. The thing that will be different is we're all going to be on camera. We've all just done voice to this point. So that is something that is a little different. But yeah, no, it's nice. And we've done live streams. We've had you guys on. We did crossovers back when everything first started. I know Brook and Johnnie both played, and I know we've had one shots with Michael as well. And Aiden's been on it. And I know Connor played in one. Just when you have random time, sometimes it's nice. Hey, let's play a one shot and just get everybody together and let's go play.
Who's free? Let's play.
And what are some of the tools you're going to be using? Streamlabs OBS, right? Slobs.
Yes. So Streamlabs OBS is what I use for streaming. And then I have Sirenscape.
Yep.
That has a
awesome.
So one of the things I really liked about Sirenscape was it has a player that connects to all of my players' PC.
Yeah.
and I get to control the sound that they hear on their screen. But at the same time, with Streamlabs, I can then broadcast that out into what's going on. And so it's a lot of fun. And then with Red Dirt's Monumental Studios, some of those sounds I have plugged into and will have on my Stream Deck that I will be using that. And we are going to be playing in Foundry. We've been doing Roll20. But we have made the decision to go to Foundry. Figure it's a little bit more aesthetically appeasing as things are going on.
It's sexy.
Yeah. And then new plug I hadn't even told you. So discovered over the weekend a dungeon builder. Ooh. It's a stream game. It's called Dungeon Alchemist. If you have not checked it out yet, it is amazing. Jessica describes it as the lovely Sims for dungeons.
Yeah.
Oh, the one with the gate and the dungeon appears kind of thing?
Yes. So you can literally
go into Kickstarter.
So you can set it up as a, you just drag and click and let it AI automatically generate it for you. But then you can also go back and edit and play with it, and so you can make custom maps. And the one thing that's really nice, it imports straight into Foundry.
Oh wow!
Yeah. What?
So it'll pull the lighting, the line of sight, all straight into Foundry. Yeah, as Jessica's saying, Dungeon Alchemist is so fun. She's enjoyed it since we found it.
That's fantastic.
But that's a new tool that I think is going to be just absolutely great to have. But I mean, the big tool is the players.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the ones that tell the story. I have an overarching theme, but they're the ones that are going to determine what goes on. There's things they don't know that it's going to be going on, but if they don't get there, then that's not what we're going to deal with in the story.
Yeah.
And we're going to have fun and tell a story together, and that's the best part, is getting with friends and just telling a story together.
So it's going to be 6 parts. So each one of the parts is going to have each of the players gets to choose a new character in each one of the parts.
So part 1. So we have 6 characters. So we currently have a kobold named Brad, a barbarian. Absolutely fun. Awesome. We have a Kenku played by Aiden, named Doodler is a cleric. Yep. Then we have a satyr that is playing. That is Colin who's playing that, and that is Buster. And Buster is a druid.
Oh, gotta have
no. Sorry, monk.
Ooh,
monk.
A monk
satyr. A monk.
Monk satyr.
And so with a monk satyr, yep.
I guess it's
and then
satyr.
Yep.
The satyr, but wiser.
Yep. And then I have a Storm Genasi warlock. That is played by Michael. His name is Tempest.
Awesome.
And then I have 2 Shadow Kai is the race. So Shadow Elves that are going to be played by Tim and Corey. I'm going to go ahead and say they're brothers. They had built their backstories to be brothers. And it is Septimus and I'm going to butcher his name again. Antimus, I think is the name. I asked him last night to say it for me, and it's yeah, that's fun for them to make great names.
I do.
I think that's what they look at. How can I make this the most complicated name for my DM to say? Yes, egg salad is an example of that without meaning to. Sorry, Aiden, Mark, Derek, and Michael.
Athanasius. Athanasius. Okay, Tim, you keep going around here.
It's even harder to spell.
Yeah. So that is them. And so one of the things that I have done that's a little different in this So all of the races, Leonin, Satyrs, Kenku, they actually are all one race in Beatrix. They are known as the Beast race.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
So they are all one and the same. They just have different representations.
Yeah.
And so just kind of simplified that down. I thought it with the story of everything that's going on, it makes sense.
Yeah.
For them to all be the same, and just different representations, which is really fun and opens up a lot of interesting things. And we are back to El Gato.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
And Tim says it's Athanasius. Athanasius. So for everyone out there, it's Athanasius.
Yeah.
You should every time you just have it written down in like phonetic, like Tim has just put it. It's much easier. Athanasius.
Yeah, I have it. Everything in my world is written phonetically here as well. Until you get used to saying it. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have a wiki that people could see on this? Is that just private?
So it is a private at the moment. So
Okay.
as it is being built, so it is still a work in process.
Yes.
But potentially could have one out there so that things can be seen. So the plan is first stream, the intro is actually going to be a creation video of the creation of the world and kind of walking through it. So Jess and I have been working on that to just kind of get everybody into the world, and then that'd be up independently on the Red Dirt YouTube channel, kind of separated out. Not only will it be in the actual stream, but then it'll be its own separate thing so that you can just kind of watch that and see that creation story. So.
Johnny never looked better. That must have been when your camera was off, Johnny.
Thanks.
Anything else people need to know about this thing? Do you want to make sure
it is extremely high magic. So magic is everywhere. It is high fantasy. Magic is prevalent. Flying ships transport things from plane to plane. People don't necessarily walk or ride from town to town. They take teleportation circles to go from place to place. I mean, it is, so it's all there. Simple, mundane items are pretty cheap. For most part, magic items, you can buy every magic item. There are universities all over the world that specialize in magic, and the libraries house, 9th level spells that are in there that anybody can read and learn, and it's everywhere.
That is so fantastic. So much better than the Ironwoods. We can't even get out of that place.
You got to get out of the cave first that you've stuck them in, Mr. Cross.
I know. Oh, we've been having so much fun with that.
What?
Be careful what we wish for. I see Johnny plotting over there. I think we need to be careful what we wish for.
I mean, it hasn't released yet, but technically right now you're not in the Ironwoods, technically.
Yeah, that's true. We've recorded past my episodes. We've already gone into Johnny's episodes, and we're going to find out more about Johnny's episodes when we record on Sunday. So,
nice.
Yeah. High magic, you say? Vote yes on 820. Unfortunately, not enough people voted yes on 820.
High magic was voted down on Tuesday.
But you can still get medical high magic.
You get medical high magic.
You just can't get recreational high magic.
It's court ordered.
That's right. You got to go to a doctor to get your high magic. You got to have a high magic card, and then go to a dispensary, and they get you your high magic.
Ruffles and Valcor's right. They all spaced on the day. All those that had the medical, they all spaced.
I was going to do something today.
There's something important. I'm sure I'll find out on the news tomorrow.
That'll be cool. Do you plan? I mean, it all depends on what happens and and character choices and stuff. Do you foresee going like 20th level, like just building and building?
So yeah, so the 6 parts. The plan is we'll probably run 2 to 8 for the 6 first parts, as we're kind of jumping around the world, discovering what Beatrix is all about.
Yeah,
Given bits and pieces of it. And then, as I said, so we'll be 8, 9, and then we're going to come back with them picking from their pool. So they'll have a pool of 6 they get to choose from. And then we're going to come back at 11, 12, and we're going to run hopefully to 20.
That's so awesome.
The goal is to go all the way up. So
that's cool.
That's going to be an epic campaign. And again, starts here April 5th, right here on the YouTube channel, Red Dirt YouTube channel, and we're so excited. We got a lot of stuff going on this YouTube channel. Johnny, you got a Pathfinder thing coming up, right?
Yeah, a little Pathfinder game coming up in June.
Starting in June. That's gonna be here faster than you know.
It's starting at the end of June.
Yeah.
It's gonna be here before we know it. We're getting ready, getting pumped. Howdy had some secret meetings.
There we go.
Happening. Planning's been happening, strategizing, and session -3, doing a session -2 soon, etc. Very excited. I like that. Good mesh, good team. It's fun because there's a person or two who've not much experience with the setting and world, and in 2 weeks' time, they have dove in and are asking mind-blowing questions. That's just like, oh, you're actually reading the book and you know about this part of the world, and you know about these your character can get, about these alternate things, and it's very, very exciting, very, very happy about it, looking forward to it a lot.
We've got Mark Coffrin is going to be running his own variety show where he'll play different tabletop games. I understand it's not just even going to be role, but we're not sure exactly what we've given to. We might have made a mistake here. We've given Mark Coffrin free reign to do whatever he wants. Folks, if you do not know Falcor, Ruffles and Falcor, we've given him free reign to do whatever he wants in a show. Wow.
I am too busy. I don't have time to do one. I literally don't have time to do one more thing. But in getting the elevator spiel from Mark Coffrin, I want to. I mean, I know I can't, and I'm not going to, but I want to be in that. Like, you guys are going to have so much fun watching this thing when it comes out. It is going to be outstanding. Yeah. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
we get a date from Mark, and we'll get him on the show, and he can talk all about it.
Yeah.
And Johnny, you've had a chance to play with Andrew. I've had a chance to play with Andrew. He killed my cleric. It was fantastic. It was my own fault. It was kind of like from the Avengers. I should have gone for the head, but it was great. Fantastic DM, creative, and just that as the chat opened up, just that right mix of a great time, but I'll probably kill you if you do something dumb, so.
Hey, monsters you faced. Yeah. Monsters you face aren't always stupid.
Yeah. And Secrets of Monster Island, I think only Mark Coffrin's the only character that hasn't died. We've all been killed once by Aiden, so at least once.
That's an Echo Knight for you, though.
Yeah. And because you've got to be aware that your characters are probably going to die, because otherwise there's really no risk. It's like Game of Thrones. It's like if people didn't die, then there's actually no risk. And so, and so we
keep them on the cusp.
Yeah.
Keep them wanting, to figure out what's going on. But some fights are easy, some fights are fun. Some fights are hard. Some fights you're supposed to run.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't forget that. Brook,
Twitch. Don't forget that.
Sometimes you have to run. Wink.
Sometimes you just have to run.
And Twitch, that means run away from the knoll.
Yeah.
Run away from the knoll.
5 days, I would start a level 1 party where it's like, you leave the tavern, go down the road for 4 or 5 hours, you enter a cave, you get a little bit deeper in the cave, there's a rock slide, and then there's a crack in the wall, and you look inside and it's dark, but then all of a sudden the whole crack lights up because the sleeping gigantic dragon on the other side of it wakes up inside. And I just sit back and I'm waiting. Well, let's keep exploring, or do you run? And then I know what tone to set and how to. That used to be my test for 20 years. Of I'm going to throw a dragon at them as the second creature they come across at level 1, and just see what they do.
Yeah.
And if they don't run, I know how I have to run this game.
Yeah. I think they do
Or
that.
the first time you DM a party and you don't really know what you're doing, and you run Sunless Citadel, and that first floor inside the Sunless Citadel that they can fall 10 feet down, you make them make deck saves, and you almost kill your level 1 party because they can't get across the floor.
Yeah.
And keep falling and taking 1d6 fall damage every time they fall in a hole.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think Icewind Dale has you like at second, third, fourth level, something like that. You get chased by an ancient white dragon, and
Yeah.
it is very obvious. Like, you are not supposed to be fighting this thing. You are supposed to be running from this thing, and so that's all we did. Like, just run from it, because I mean it is written that way that you are not supposed to be trying to fight this thing. But yeah, I mean, it's a fun way to do it because you expect you hopefully your characters or players are smart enough to go, this is out of our league. We need to go. We need to run away.
Not always. I forget that sometimes.
But Secrets of Monster Island. I do want to mention this, by the way, because we got new dice from our wonderful dice daddy. From SD Way Gaming, and I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is for Arlen. I'll try and pull it back just a little bit more, and it's black, blue, and gray, and very excited. So he got us some dice from SD Way Gaming, folks. Go to sdwaygaming.com. There's the one for Andrew, for Alaxador, and go to SD Way Gaming, because they're awesome, and they have such a selection of not just dice, but a whole bunch of everything you could possibly need to play with. We love it, SD Way Gaming. We love Jason. They're fantastic, and possibly,
the great thing is that if you don't see what you want on his page, send him a note, send him a, do the contact thing and say, hey, I'm looking for this color, or I'd really like this, or have you seen these crazy new things I'd really like? And he could probably find it for you.
Yeah.
He is amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's amazing.
Yeah. He's really fantastic.
Sets from him, and it's been coming up on a year now that I've been using them. And those of you who know, I haven't had to take any of them to the vice and the drill, the drill press yet.
It's true.
Hey, Andrew knows, Michael knows. Yeah,
we've seen him.
That guy.
Zionci has the same player. Yeah, go. Yeah, Zionci has the same player that Mokrin had, but Zionci's using SD-Way dice.
That's right.
Zionci's doing much gooder.
That's the big difference there.
It's a big difference.
So we're finishing up here, and I do want to mention, of course, that we still have Secrets of Monster Island every Monday. We have Mysteries of Beatrix coming up on April 5th at 7 o'clock, April 5th, right here. Make sure you check that out. We also have we're going to be at TokenCon a week from tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everyone, next week's spring break. So go enjoy your spring break. And then on Friday, come join us at the Embassy Suites by Hilton, Will Rogers World Airport on South Meridian. It's going to be so much fun. If you haven't checked it out, Okie Geek Podcast and Red Dirt D&D have interviews with Mike Dadalow, who created it. Check out the interview. Folks, TokenCon is 72 hours of gaming.
Yeah.
72 hours of gaming. It's just
Sure.
amazing.
The board game library is incredible.
And it's grown every year. They've got, I think it's 800 games, and 100 of them are this year. or within the last year. 100 of them are since TokenCon of last year. 100 of those games are brand new. They'll have game testers out there. They'll have panels out there. We're doing the D&D trivia on Friday night. We're doing a panel with DMs on how to DM, how to GM your role-playing game on Saturday at 5:30. And then Sunday at 2, meet and greet the cast of Red Dirt D&D. You do not want to miss that. So everybody check that out. It's going to be just an absolute blast. We're going to have so much fun. Anything else we need to talk about?
It was my first year last year, and I was floored. I thought it was just fantastic. All the games, and they're going to give away like 10% of them to people.
Yeah.
And you get, at least last year you get a little game when you register. Like when you pick up your badge, you get a game at the table, at the registration table.
There's goodie bags. So much fun. Yeah, it's going to be a blast. And trust me, TokenCon is phenomenal, and this will be their 4th year to do it. We're so excited to be partnering with them again, and just very excited. So more news coming. There's going to be even more coming up soon. So once we get all this stuff finalized, but definitely come see us at TokenCon if you can. And boy, what a great Andrew! It was so great to have you here.
Hey, it was great to be here. Thanks for inviting me. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the show. It's really, really going to be good, and it'll stay here on YouTube. So even if you don't catch it live Wednesday night, it's here. So we don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about it being taken off in 2 weeks or anything because somebody else does that. We don't have to worry about that.
Yeah,
it'll be on the Red Dirt D&D channel the entire time. So, which I love about it. I do love about that. All right. Andrew, thank you very much. You have been watching Plausible Deniability. I'm Michael Cross.
I'm Brook Bullock.
Johnny Payne.
All right, you guys,
Special
take it
guest.
easy.
Woo!
Andrew Sheffy, thank you so very much. You guys,